Hey everyone, today we're making coffee brown sugar rubbed tri-tip in the Grill Dome on the Cooking Everything Outdoors show. So this is the first official cook in the Grill Dome. Of course, being from California, I couldn't do anything else but tri-tip to get it started. Now, before we fire up the Grill Dome, I want to put my rub together, and it's super simple, not too many ingredients, and I really think you're going to like this. So, pretty simple, and what our goal here is to create a coffee, cocoa, sweet heat. What I have here is a 1/4 cup of fresh ground French roast. Rather strong and pungent. You could cut back on this if you want. Then we'll need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, good tablespoon of kosher salt, tablespoon of fresh ground black pepper. This is 1 tablespoon of fiery 5-pepper blend for some heat. Again, you could cut back on that if you want. And we have a teaspoon of dark cocoa powder and 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now, just take a blending implement of your choice and give this a good go around. Yeah, that looks good. Now here we have about 2 1/4 pound trimmed tri-tip. Pay a little bit more if you buy it trimmed, or you can easily trim it yourself. Typically it'll have a fat cap on there, and you just take all the extra fat off with your knife. You don't need a lot of fat cap on the tri-tip, and in fact I rarely ever have any fat cap on mine. And I've washed it and patted it dry, and then we're just going to pack the coffee rub on there and get it everywhere. Once you have it completely coated, you want to set it aside, let this bad boy get up to room temperature. And while that's happening, we're going to fire up our Grill Dome. To get started, we need to heat up our charcoal, and I'll show you how simple that is. We're going to use the Grill Dome electric starter, and then we're going to be cooking our tri-tip indirect. Okay, so we have the Grill Dome Rapid Light electric charcoal starter, and it's pretty interesting shape there, and what that is designed to do is to go down into the bottom of your Grill Dome, and you place your charcoal on top of that. And here what I'm going to be using is mesquite lump charcoal, and you can see I did a little test run yesterday because it was the first time, and I ran it for about 3 hours, and it hardly used any charcoal up. But I'm going to add some more to this, and then we'll get it fired up. Plug it in. Let it set. Make sure your bottom vent is wide open. Leave your dome lid up. Once that gets started, we're going to close it and start heating this up. Set it up for our indirect cook and heat it up and get it going. Our mesquite lump charcoal is lit, and it's time to unplug and remove this. Set this somewhere where it won't catch anything on fire or hurt anybody, because it's still very, very hot. So our charcoal is going. I want to set up my indirect rack with a drip pan, and I'm going to set my grate on top of that. Then we're going to close the lid. I'm going to have the top open about halfway to get things started. I'm going to close my bottom to about 2 fingers width opening. I'm going to let this preheat up to 350 degrees. When I reach that temperature, I'm able to control it. We're going to start cooking. So our Grill Dome is just about at 350. I want to control it right around that range. Let's get our tri-tip on. I've already put a temperature probe in here, and I want to cook this indirect until I reach about 135 is my target range. And then we'll check the sear on it, the crust, see if that's good. Okay, so I have reached an internal temperature of 135. And that does look good. Now, what I want to do is I want to get a little bit more of a crust on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this real quick. remove my main grate, remove my drip pan, and then I am going to use this as a sear grate. So I'm probably just going to put it on there for maybe 5 minutes on each side, tops. So I'm going to build up a little bit of a crust on that. So right now it's been searing on one side for about 4 minutes, and I'm sitting at 139 degrees. And I want to give that, I'm going to take the probe out to make this a little easier. Flip that over and get that going just a little bit longer. Well, we have seared it on both sides for 4 minutes about each, and I took a quick temp with my instant read, and I'm a lot higher than I wanted to be. I'm at now 150. Unfortunately, that means my probe was not working correctly, so I'm a little disappointed in that, but I just think this is going to be fabulous anyway, so we're going to set it aside. We're going to rest it just like that. A little bit of a weep hole there for the steam. I really don't want it sogging up that bark that we've cooked into there. And we're going to let that set for about 10 minutes and see how close to well done I've cooked this thing. It's time to cut into this. I'm trying to actually remember which way the grain went. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit off the end here. Oh, and I can already tell, look at that. That is just beautiful. That looks fantastic. That's just about 150. It's so full of juice that I think anybody could be happy with this tri-tip. Now, you could cook it less than this, you can cook it more than this. It's your call. But I am just loving that. Got some really nice color there, super juicy. Well, we did it. We have our beautiful coffee rubbed brown sugar tri-tip. Are so good. If you're not a huge coffee fan, cut back on the coffee a little bit, maybe add a little bit more cocoa. Now, I want to take a second to thank Grill Dome for providing me with their Grill Dome unit to try out. And you'll be seeing a lot more videos on this because this is just a fabulous unit. Be trying different techniques and ways of cooking things. And also, I want to take a second, as I always do, to thank my sponsors, Camp Chef at OutdoorCooking.com and IslandGrillstone.com, because without them, none of this would be possible. Go visit them, go check out their stuff, tell them Gary sent you, go buy something. They're great people, great service, great products. And that's it. I will see you when I see you.